This is Book Talk with Corbin. I'm your host. This is I guess I might say podcast. I'm going to talk to you straight from the heart. As most of you probably know, Archbishop Desmond Tutu recently passed away, and as we're speaking right now, they're making preparations to bury him. He was a Nobel Peace Prize winner back in 1984. Amazing man, fascinating man, and my relationship with him is through his daughter, his middle daughter, Naomi. Actually, she prefers the name Nontombi, Nontombi, and that's his middle daughter. And his middle daughter and I, Naomi and I, were married for a few years. Had the great privilege, opportunity to spend, decent amount of time with him. And as a matter of fact, I did several interviews of him that were published in the Louisville Defender and also published in Southern Africa Magazine. And it's through my relationship with Naomi and the Archbishop and his wife, Leah, I was able to interview Winnie Mandela, the time she was banned in a particular part of South Africa, her daughter, Zinzi Mandela, Ntato Madlana, Zwelakhe Sisulu, Sass Cooper, many other people like that. So what I wanted to do is just put out there what Desmond Tutu taught me. One thing he taught me through his example was that it's very important, critically important, vitally important for men to love and nourish their wives, as the Bible speaks to that. It's very important for men to love and nourish and lead their families, their children. And again, the Bible speaks to that as well. And if there ever was a man who did that, that's the example Desmond Tutu set for me. That's what he taught me. Now, just because he taught me that doesn't mean I was a good student. But that example, those living lessons were there. I mean, they were there. And I also want to take this opportunity to say that was the case with many other men in my life. Mr. Harris, Mr. Sweeney, Mr. Samant. Those guys set that example for me. And all those guys have passed away. They've passed on. And I feel so ashamed because I was like, I was an idiot. I wish I'd learned what those guys taught me. Every last one of them taught me that. And that's definitely one thing that Desmond Tutu taught me. Men, you got to provide for your wives. You got to love your wives. You got to lead your wives. You got to nurture your wives. And you got to do the same for your children. He was man of God and a family man, period. In a discussion. You can take away all the other stuff you can say about Desmond Tutu. And man, let me tell you, what you have is that it's all said and done, man of God, and he was terribly devoted to his wife and his family. That's one thing Desmond Tutu taught me.